Hey friends, welcome back to my agenda where we think highly of ourselves and we are kind to others because if we aren't, then who will? Today we are turning a regular pair of Levi 505 jeans into some really nice distressed pair of pants. If you're interested in my methods, stay tuned because we're definitely about to get into it. Many of you know I'm a thrifter and a reseller on Poshmark. This is how I style pants for myself and how I make the price go up for resale. Okay, so first things first, I'm putting these pants on right now so you guys can see what they look like. They are like a mom jean, a dad jean. They're men's, obviously. Well, not obviously. For those of you who do not resell, the men's section is where you find these awesome jeans. They're Levi's. The vintage ones do best, but they're kind of like boyfriend jeans, you know. They're high-rise because they're for men, and then they're semi-loose. I like for them to be a little more snug. So I'm about to show you what they look like, and then we're going to get into distressing them. So you don't need very many tools. The only thing you need is like an old steak knife. Let me adjust that a bit. So I had an old set of knives, and instead of tossing all of them, I saved a couple to just kind of do whatever to whatever. I use this to cut boxes up. I use this for my distressing on my jeans, and then like cutting tags and stuff like that. It's just nice to have a random knife sometimes so you don't have to use one that you would typically eat with. You're gonna need a pair of tweezers, and you're going to need a pair of scissors, and because I'm a reseller, I have cardboard on hand. You're gonna need some sort of cardboard to go into the pants so you're not ruining your floor. All right, so not low enough yet. Let's make it lower. All right. Like I said, these are just some regular Levi's. They are not distressed at all. I'll show you the bottoms. But we're about to turn them into something fabulous. Okay, so don't mind the mess. This is the posh room. This aka my office, aka where I film YouTube sometimes. But for today's purposes, we're going to be in here and we are going to distress these jeans. So I'm currently sitting on my floor and you're getting a preview of some of my shoe inventory. Don't mind it. So I do have these jeans. Again, they are not yet distressed. That is what we're getting into. I just wanted to show you guys that I do sit down for this. Standing is just like, I don't know how you would even do it. Unless you have like an elevated desk or something like that, then you could do it. Or maybe if you're sitting at like your dining room table, I don't know. I don't trust myself to not ruin my dining room table, so I do it on the floor. Okay, I have a standard little box. This box bends in half, and this is what we'll take, and I'm going to show you exactly what I get ready to do with this box, so stay tuned. Also, let me mention right now, I did grab a pencil. I forgot to mention that. So you need a steak knife, potentially a pencil. This is not a must-have. It's just kind of me drawing out what and where I want to distress. Scissors, and some tweezers. This way we are not ruining our floor, our carpet, or our dining room table. All the damage will go right to this cardboard box. All right, so you can freestyle this, which is typically what I do, or you can go onto like Pinterest and kind of figure out exactly what type of style pants you like. Just type in like distressed Levi's on Pinterest and they'll pop up for you. Personally, I like distressing around the knee, so I'm just gonna put some marks down here because I really want to hit that up. I like some thigh, so I'll put some thigh marks, and then I like a big cut right here, so we'll see that. And then also I want to focus on the pockets, but we'll get to the pockets shortly. So you see, I'm just marking. Again, you can erase, which is like, but when you're done with this, the best results that you'll ever get are by washing and drying them, okay? So that's when the fringe and the like, you know, distressed look actually pops after you wash and dry. Right now, we're working on just the cuts, and then I'll show you what they look like when they're done. So go on, take your pencil, mark where you want to distress these jeans at, and then we'll get into the rest. The good thing about the steak knife, guys, Let me move that back up a bit. The good thing about the steak knife is that it's kind of rugged and rigid already. So it's just gonna add to your distressing. This again has been used to do this several times, so it's not super sharp, which is even better in my opinion because it is going to tear these jeans up. So very simple. I'll go in now because I want this to be a big cut. I'll pinch my jeans and I'll just cut. And sometimes you have to work for it, but you'll get a little hole and then you can go in and cut. All right. And then you can also tear, be careful with tearing denim, especially older denim. So you can see right there, we're already starting to fringe a bit. What I like to do is take this knife and just kind of go over that to loosen it up a bit. And this will look so much better after it gets washed a couple of times. Like, distressed jeans get better with every wash. So just kind of go over it. You see that? I'll zoom in so you guys can actually see. But this is the beginning of distressed jeans. Now take your steak knife where you've already indicated you want distressing at, which I have right here. I'm going to just take my knife and go back and forth. Again, no need to really be super careful. You have this cardboard underneath you. If you don't trust yourself, go on and put this on the floor and then do your cutting. You may need to pull it a little taut, but look at this, guys. How easy is this, right? Like, people pay so much money for these distressed jeans. It's absolutely insane. And you can start to see the distressing. You just keep going until you're absolutely thrilled with what you have. Do it as much or as little as you want. And I'll show you what the tweezers are for momentarily. These are actually turning out nicely. Again, each wash is going to just make them better. But look at that, guys. You see that? Super easy, super simple, super cheap. All right, we're gonna work some right here. So, the way the jeans are, I guess when they're made, they have stitching that goes this way and stitching that goes this way. When you cut them this way, the stitching that runs this way remains. So you can pull those little bits out with tweezers to get a better detail of this white part. I'm not even sure what to call that, but that is like the distressed look. So you just pull on the little strings and they come right out. So this is how far I've gotten. I am about to move the cardboard up and we're gonna start working on some of the upper thigh, which won't be as drastic as this for my liking, and then we'll get into the pocket. So here I'm gonna cut this way, and I just want it to look a little aged, a little more aged than they are. I want to say these are from, yeah, these are from 2015, I believe. They're not super vintage. I have had some that are like really old, which these aren't like super, you know, worn, anything like that. Just be careful again when you're cutting. Make sure you're on your cardboard. I love for the hem to look distressed, so I work the hems a bit. And again, they may not look super distressed now, but when they go through the wash and when they dry, they'll start to age every time you do that. So keep that in mind. Don't overdo it. Also, when you're working with aged denim that is older, you do want to be a little carefuler. You want to be a little more careful with that, just because that is a little more sensitive, okay? So I have some good little holes started here, and those will start to pop a little bit. Again, I'm going to hit the pocket. You can see there's some wear right here, but not as much as I like. So I am going to actually just cut along the pockets. Also, if you're a reseller and you distress jeans, this is like a thing. People love this look, so you can charge more. Of course, manual labor is going into it, so you can charge a bit more for stuff like this. We're gonna hit the zipper as well, and I'm going to move my cardboard to get into the zipper. Make sure the zipper's pulled up. Just right along where natural wear would happen. Alright, so we're getting into the other side, and I am about to put some cuts here. I am going to use the scissors. I'm just going to make my one cut. Make sure your finger doesn't stay in there. Cut. Just start that hole, and then you're able to pierce and do a couple of. Now I do make sure that I'm not actually cutting the pocket, okay? You only want to cut the denim. So make sure you're holding on to that pocket. I have ruined a pair doing that. Nobody wants pants that you can't utilize. So we're not gonna really do too much here. Just roughing it up a bit. When you wash these again, this part will just get better. There is some beautiful natural distressing that has already occurred by whoever wore these on this side. I did fringe this a bit, but this right here is natural, came with the pants. So I'm not gonna do too much over here. I love that, it's already occurring. Just add a little bit of age to this. Pull up, fringe things a bit. Again, my knife is not as sharp because I use this knife to do this. So please be careful if you're doing this with like a brand new steak knife. We switched out our dishes, and like I said, I just kept some older knives specifically for this, and it's nice just to have them around. But there you go, there's that. We'll leave that alone. We're gonna go on and push into this leg, and then I'll be back and show you what they look like. Alright y'all, so I've gotten the legs the way that I want. I am going to move down into the hems. The back of the hems are good, they've been done naturally, but I'm probably going to be folding these into a cuff. So I am going to accentuate that on the interior. Just gonna add a couple of cuts. Use my box. I'm just going to put the cuff around the box like so. It fits snug like that. And I'm going to work on this side right here. A couple of marks. So like I said, it is quite messy. It's just the interior, the strings that were coming out of the denim. I'll just vacuum it up. Even putting like a plastic bag or something under you while you work so it's an easier cleanup. I'm just gonna vacuum. We're about to get into how these look. Alright girls, so what I did was add a chunky necklace, tucked my top in, added a black blazer, some heels, and a clutch. And we're about to show you what it looks like. Oh snap, girl! What? They're cute though. How much would you pay for these in the store? Mind you, they're Levi's. So I just upped my style, and I want to resell them. I just upped the price of that. That's it, guys. Wanted you to see how I distress jeans. I really wanted you to see that it's not a complicated process. Thank you so much for being here. If you give this a try, let me know. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. If you learned anything, don't forget to subscribe. As always, thanks for being here. Bye guys. Share love always.